picture emerging, pre-market opening. Dow's off 40, fractional gain for the S&P, fractional loss for the Nasdaq. No clear trend. Iran's foreign minister sat down with Bret Baier. It was an exclusive interview. Listen to what he had to say about their future nuclear program.
Does Iran plan to reconstitute its enrichment program? Is it continuing now, or has the damage been so severe that it is all stopped?
It is now stopped because, yes, damages are serious and severe. But obviously, we cannot give up our enrichment because it is an achievement of our own scientists. And now, more than that, it is a question of national pride. Our enrichment is so dear to us.
All right. Missouri Senator Eric Schmitt, a member of the Armed Services Committee, joins us now. Mr. Senator, if they won't give up on enrichment, where does that leave President Trump and the Israelis?
Well, they're going to have to give up on their dreams of enrichment. I know what he's saying there. They have no ability to do it. Their program was obliterated by those bunker busters on B-2s coming from Missouri and President Trump's decision to do it. Secretary Rubio has been very clear, if they want to have a civilian program, that'll have to be imported. So this highly enriched uranium that they were producing in Iran was obviously meant for nuclear weapons, and we can't let that happen again. So I think what you're going to see is probably an inspection regime that verifies anything that's happening in whatever nuclear program they might have, but they're not going to be able to enrich it themselves. It'll need to be imported, and they're just not in a strong leverage position after what happened about a month ago.
Do you think they're just putting on a brave face to save face, basically?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, look, those scientists that he's talking about are all dead. The generals are all dead. They have no program to speak of, thanks to President Trump. And that was, of course, in the core national interest of the United States. And by the way, many people in Washington wanted President Trump to get mired in, another forever conflict there. But President Trump's instincts were to immediately pivot to peace, and that's where they're at right now. This discussion about what that looks like, but they're not in a position to have their own, nuclear program as it was before.
There is talk that they've got another secret, undiscovered enrichment place somewhere or other, and there's supposed to be some intelligence on that. If that were the case, do you have any doubt that Trump would bomb it all over again? I
think what President Trump did is he understood the risk, how close they were, and took action. And I have no doubt that President Trump would use the same sort of American realist calculus. But at this point, those facilities were completely obliterated. I mean, you can tell even in his tone, he's recognizing that, and it's time for everybody to come to the table to have some sort of peace. Because I do think you could see now, with that action from President Trump, you could see the conditions now are ripe for a marching on of the Abraham Accords and more normalization in the region. That'd be good for everybody.
It would. Senator, tomorrow you will lead the House Judiciary Committee hearings on DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. You say these policies are actually against the law. Can you explain how DEI is illegal?
Yeah, look, the Civil Rights Acts of the 1960s were meant to protect people from racial discrimination, and that's exactly what DEI is. It's just flowery language to cover up an effort to discriminate against additional group based on immutable characteristics. And so I think the public has been educated on this now to a large degree. So the hearing that I'm leading in the Senate Judiciary Committee tomorrow will be to further play this out and expose what this means. This is played out in our universities. This is also played out in corporate America. And I think with the new civil rights head at the Justice Department, she's very focused on this and potentially rooting this out in corporate America, in our universities, this racially discriminatory activity called DEI, and she'll be at the hearing tomorrow as well.
So if companies are sticking with DEI, you're going after them, correct?
Yeah, get ready, because what you're doing to appease the Black Lives Matter crowd in 2020 is illegal, and you need to stop.
Senator Eric Schmitt, thanks for joining us, sir. Always a pleasure.
Anytime.
See you again. Thank you, sir.